How's it going, folks? Andrew Phelan from feelinfit.ie here. I just want to have a little chat to you today about structuring of a training session for amateur teams that are training on Tuesday, Thursday, or whatever it is, 2 or 3 nights a week. Professionals obviously have the luxury of being able to train 2 or 3 times a day, so they can work on the various different components at rest, and after lunch they can work on something else. But for the vast majority of us who are working with amateur teams or coaches of amateur teams, okay, we've got 2 or 3 sessions, and we've got to make sure that we get a lot of the components into that training session. But not only that, that we're getting them in at the right time, and the timing is crucial here. Okay, my role as a PE teacher, I'd be talking to a lot of the students, and through my role as a coach, I'd be hearing things through the grapevine of what some teams are doing, and it's crazy stuff altogether. Lads running sprints at the end of training, and flogging lads running up and down hills, and then trying to work on skills after it. It's just mad stuff. So let's just have a quick look at how to structure a training session properly. Okay, so we've obviously got our warm-up, if you're stuck in here. Alright, so in our warm-up, there's a lot of good warm-ups out there. The GA15 is an example. There's similar ones in rugby that you can get on the various websites from the official organisations themselves. But I think in a lot of cases the warm-up is very long, and I don't think a warm-up needs to be that long. For me, 15 minutes is fine. Okay, you're just generally trying to warm the body temperature up by moving around, a little bit of jogging, passing the ball around. Okay, then you're trying to work on a little bit of mobility and strength and a bit of stability in there, so you can have walking lunges, squats, okay, jumps, various things, okay, working on that strength area. And then the very last part of your warm-up then should be bringing that speed up to the tempo that you need it to be at for training. So you don't want them going onto a training paddock or going out to work on speed, having not worked up to that in the warm-up. Okay, so that's very important that you build the speed up of your warm-up as you're going along. But in a lot of cases, warm-ups can be half an hour, and I think that's just too long, especially for amateur teams when we've only got a limited amount of time on the field. Okay, so a good 15 minutes, bit of passing, bit of moving around, bit of strength in there, bit of mobility, and then start building that pace up, building that speed up to full speed by the time, so you want to be ready for training. Okay, the second part then is speed, and this is really important. Okay, that speed has to be done at the beginning, straight after the warm-up. All right, and the reason that has to be done is because to work on speed and to work on getting faster, you have got to be not fatigued at all. You've got to be fresh, ready to go, so that every effort that you make in those sprints, okay, is full on. Okay, and that's the only way of working on speed. I won't go into the different drills now because it'll take too long, and I'll make another video about that, but just the timing of the session. Okay, so you've got warm-up, and make sure you're doing your speed drills there. Now, by speed I also mean agility, change in direction, working on those kind of things, as well as straight line speed. Okay, next thing in then is our technical and tactical. Okay, so that's your skill work. That's whatever you need to work on as a team. Okay, so whether it's your positions, whether it's kick, passing, whatever it is, all right, and your systems, whatever you do, and you want to do it here, all right, because again, you don't want to be too fatigued. I've seen teams leaving this till the end, and lads are dropping balls, and their head is not clued in because they're after doing a load of running. Okay, so you want to do anything you have to work on skill-wise and system-wise, or any of those things, you got to work on that when the body is still relatively fresh and the mind is still relatively fresh. This idea that you run and run and run and run, and I want you to do it when you're knackered because you're going to be knackered doing it in the game, that just does not work. That's an old wives' tale. It's just baloney. Okay, so you need to work on that stuff when you're still fresh, when your mind is still fresh. Okay, and you want it to come off right. Also, another reason you want to do it when you're still fresh is because if I'm tired and I'm trying to mark a man and I'm getting to that man late, that man is getting extra time. He now feels he has extra time to pass the ball, to look up, to look around. Okay, whereas in a game he's not going to have that chance. There's going to be an opponent on him straight away. So you want to be fresh. You want to be marking these people straight up, putting a lot of pressure on each other like you would be in a match, and you cannot do that when you're tired. Okay, so anything you want to work on, make sure you get it done here. Okay, then towards the end of the training session, okay, is when we work on our condition. That's when, if it depends on what stage of the season you're at and if you need to work, okay, but that's when you'd work on your condition. That's when you'd work on your maximum aerobic speed runs, or any type of running that you as a coach want to implement, or any type of fitness that you want to implement as a coach. Okay, I would do it at the end, because here your brain doesn't have to be switched on for catching and passing the balls. Okay, you don't have to be at full muscular rest and ready to spring and ready to go. Okay, because you're working on your conditioning. Okay, and because conditioning is generally a slower pace, chances of getting injured are less, because as the athletes are getting fatigued, okay, we're doing it towards the end. All right? That's very, very simple stuff there, but it's the very basics of stuff that we must be doing and we have to try and get right as coaches, okay, for amateur teams, whether they're juveniles or whether they're adults, okay? So warm up 15 minutes, speed in and around the 15-minute mark as well. Technical, tactical, okay, so this is our biggest chunk, obviously, because we do want to play the sport. That's the whole point of it, and we want to get as much of that time in as we can, so we've got about 40 or 45 minutes for that. And then conditioning at the end, again, it depends whether it's pre-season, whether it's not pre-season, that take up to 30 minutes. Whatever combination of those times that you use, the training session can be over in an hour, okay, if it's before a game, it's a couple of days before a game, it can be over in 90 minutes if it's a pre-season game, a pre-season training session, sorry. And you've got a bit of running and stuff to do, and you want to do a bit of volume at the end, okay? So, all in all, the training session's over in 90 minutes, no longer than that. These 2 hour training sessions, you're not going to achieve anything out of them, all right? So, look, that's just a little spiel, a little bit of advice for you if you are a coach of a team on how to structure your training session. All right, thanks.